and you see bags packed by the door, but as you proceed through your house, you notice that your husband is home, which is abnormal because you're normally the first person to come home. You walk up to your husband.
Take his stuff, and he got angry and drove her to the park, and then he blocked her. All round blocking. Well, he didn't end there because she felt
do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me.
While he is in medical school, imagine starting life with your high school sweetheart. Y'all go ahead and get married with each other. You're an HR specialist, but he wants to go to medical school to become a doctor. You've always been one to support his dreams, so what do? You tell him to go. Well, while he is in medical school, he has classmates, and one of these classmates is a female who, he becomes entwined with. Now it's time for him to graduate, and as the graduation day is here, he wants to take pictures with his classmate. You notice that there's a particular girl who is standing around who also wants a picture with your husband. You go ahead and take the picture, but something in your spirit is then rattled. You take the picture, but later on, you decide to ask your husband about what is going on with this girl. Like, something just doesn't feel right. Your husband tells you, oh, nothing. She's nothing to worry about because, she's just a classmate. So your spirit just keeps telling you that you were just lied to. So later on that night, you go through his phone and you see a couple of threads between him and his homeboys, but then you see a thread with a female whose name you've never heard in all the years you've been dealing with him. So you decide to go in the messages, and not only do you see that your husband has been having an affair, he's been going on trips, he's been going on outings, he's been going on dates, labeling it as just going out with his classmates. However, he was only with the girl. You read all of this and you decide to say nothing at all. A few weeks have passed and you've just been sitting on the information, and one day you come home from work and you see bags packed by the door, but as you proceed through your house, you notice that your husband is home, which is abnormal because you're normally the first person to come home. You walk up to your husband thinking everything is okay, and you ask him, why are there bags packed by the door? He then tells you, well, the girl who you had asked him about several weeks prior to, he actually had been having an affair with for years. He's admitting this to you, and they decided that they're going to continue their lives together. So now you're broken, you're crushed, you're falling out on the floor. You don't know what to do. You don't even know how to receive the information that you were just given. Hell has no wrath of a woman scorned. So because you know his track record, where he works and what time he works, you go. You stay out in the parking lot, pay attention, scope the scenery, and just, pay attention to when he actually goes to work. So when you pull up this particular day, you notice that he's not the only person getting out. So now you're sitting at the job and you see him exit his vehicle with not only himself, but the girl as well. So you're sitting there and you're trying to contemplate whether you're going to get out and cause a scene or you're going to get out and cause a scene. So you get smart. You pull out your phone and you start to record. Then you exit your vehicle. As you proceed to walk up to your husband and his now new girlfriend, they start to turn around and they notice who you are. So now you've approached them, but now you're full of emotion and you just want to know, why would he do this to you in the first place? The girlfriend then tells you that you need to leave. And at that point, you lose it. You begin to express to her how much she's ruined your life, ruined your relationship, and you're honestly trying to figure out how, as a woman, she has no compassion for the position that you're in. And while all this is going on, your husband just stands there speechless. So now you're so full of emotion that you feel like you can no longer proceed with the plans that you actually came here to execute. So you turn around, you get in your car, eyes full of tears, and you start to think. You remember that you are married, which is also a contractually binding contract. One of the stipulations of your marriage is the other person nor yourself is supposed to cheat. So she gets smart. She goes and files court documents and gets a lawyer. Now you're in your first meeting with your lawyer. You're letting your lawyer know everything that has gone on in the past couple of years, how this actually played out, how you guys met each other in high school, how you stayed together through medical school, and medical school graduation is when you started to have the inkling that you were being cheated on. You also expressed to your lawyer how he explained to you that he's been having an affair for the past few years. This piques your lawyer's curiosity. He now wants to know if you're able to prove that your husband has been cheating for years. And because this is your husband, that means that your phone lines are connected, so you actually have access to get a hold of every text message he's ever sent from the phone. Over the next few weeks, you go along and you try to compile all of the evidence you possibly can from the phone records of your husband. Also remembering that you snapped the video of them getting out of the car and you also have a picture of them together. A few weeks later, you present all of the evidence. So now you've presented all of the evidence that you got from your husband's phone to your lawyer. And now your lawyer is very confident that you guys have a good fighting chance at this divorce. You never would have expected in a million years when you got married to this man that this is how it would turn out. But damn it, you ready to play hardball. Your husband is served with the papers and now it's time for court. Court day comes and you're very, very nervous. You're unsure of what to say. Your hands are very clammy. You're just nervous. Now everybody is at court and you guys walk into the courtroom and begin to present your sides. Things that your husband states to be wrong in the relationship as to why he cheated was lack of affection, lack of attention, and he felt like you weren't supporting him through medical school. Now, as you're listening to him present his side, you're trying to recollect any of these events that he's talking about because in the past couple of years, to your knowledge, everything has been okay. Of course, there have been small arguments, but there's nothing major to the point where it would have caused this big of a rift in the relationship. Now your lawyer does his job. He presents all of the evidence and lays it all out for the judge. As you're sitting there waiting in agony for your lawyer to present all of the evidence from your husband's phone records, for some reason you start to feel a little sad about what's even going on. Is this truly the way that you wanted your marriage to end? Court goes on for about a few weeks, and after a few weeks, the judge grants the divorce. But because your husband stepped out on you, you walked away with every single thing. The car, the house, the accounts. He has nothing but his medical degree. So naturally, you feel happy that you just won the case, but you're also very sad because this is not how you expected your marriage to end. Now, weeks have gone by at this point, and you get a message from your husband. Your husband is now pitching to you this sad sob story about how things were not greener on the other side, and he wants his family back. Start to wonder if you should take him back. But then Smart said, you remember all the pain that you were in the beginning of the story? You decided to let him bask in his own ambiance. This is the bed you made. This is the bed you'll lay in.
So this lady, let's call her Debbie. Now Debbie has a friend, and this friend thought one day, oh my god, my friend Debbie is so pretty, let me post her picture on my WhatsApp. And she posted Debbie's picture. Now this guy, let's call him James. James saw Debbie's picture and was like, oh my god, she's cute, I want her, can you give me her contact? And the friend is like, no, you have a girlfriend. I know you have a relationship, so why should I link you up with my friend? Well, James does not take no for an answer. So James went on Facebook and stalked Debbie, did his own research, and then he connected with Debbie. So they started chatting. And Debbie said, oh, I did not date him because I was also in a relationship and I do not like to cheat. Now this is happening in 2019, remember. So somehow in 2021 Debbie broke up with her boyfriend, or her boyfriend broke up with her, and somehow she found herself chatting away with James. And then she visited James after a while of chatting and spent 3 days, and they had a thing together, like they slept together. Then she went back and they were cool. Now everything was going okay. Then she get into another relationship, and because she doesn't like to cheat again, she cuts James off. So they're no longer in talking terms until she broke up with that boyfriend too, and she found herself back with James as friends. And then this is now 2022. She's writing her project for school and she's doing research, and her research area location is now where James is staying. So she comes and she spends some time with him, and they do well. It's going well, but then they started dating. They're not like they were really dating, but they were dating, and she was trying to be serious with him, but he was a playboy who will always lower the volume of his phone when he wants to listen to VN. He was always holding his phone, so she could tell that something fishy is going on. So because of that, she was getting upset because she wanted to commit to James. Now one day when she was about to leave from James' house, her ex calls her, and the number is not even saved, but then she picks and James gets upset. I'm like, why? And she's like, oh my god, look at who is speaking. You are literally talking to different girls and lowering your volume and doing all this sneaky stuff. And he got angry and drove her to the park, and then he blocked her. All round blocking. Well, it didn't end there, because she felt, oh my God, it was a misunderstanding. So on her birthday, in December of 2022, she found a way to reach out to him so they can settle things. Not because she wanted the relationship, but she just felt like, okay, what happened was a misunderstanding, so let's sort it out. So they sorted it out and they started vibing again. But then, remember, she was still doing her school research. Sometime in June 2023, she came to his place and they had sex. And she said, oh, I did use pills after. But then she found out that, oh my God, I probably was ovulating. So she got pregnant. So she told him, and he says, keep it. And in October, she sold all her stuff and she moved in with James. Now the story is getting interesting, because then she gets pregnant and James is not being available. He's not treating her well. She was busy doing all the chores in the house with pregnancy. He was not caring. She will carry weaving for 2-3 months or back. He'll not even say, what will you do with your hair? He will leave the house and spend days. He will not care. She could literally see that this guy is doing stuff and he doesn't give a damn about her. And now Debbie is getting worried and getting sad. Then she gives birth and this guy doesn't even let her talk. Every little thing, he will say, I'm gonna beat you up. He will threaten her. He will do all those stuff. Not taking care of her. She said, okay, I want to start doing something. He doesn't want it. She wants her at home. And by the way, this guy works from home, so he has all the time in the world, but he doesn't assist her in anything. She will cook and clean. She literally has to pretend to be so sick so he can help out. And even when he helps out, he leaves a mess and she has to come and clean it up. Anyway, this continues and they are going on and on. She's frustrated until 31st of December. James beats the hell out of her until she collapsed. And this is not the first time the guy have been telling her, I'm going to beat you, I'm going to slap you, talk, I'm going to beat you. And he'll tell her, leave my house, you're the reason why things are not working out for me. You are a this, you are a that, you tied me down with pregnancy, blah, blah, blah. So after beating her up, she left the house on 1st of January with a baby that is 11 months old. And ever since then, he hasn't tested. Oh God. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our story. Bye.
So let me tell you what I hear when it came to this story. This story was very interesting, and what I heard when I was listening to it was that this man never wanted this lady to begin with. I have my Invisalign, so if you hear a list, it's because of my Invisalign. This man never wanted that lady to begin with. Why? Because when he saw her friend posted that picture, he saw something that was beautiful, very unattainable, like he couldn't reach her. So he liked her, because men are hunters naturally, excuse me, so they like to chase. They like the idea of a chase. So because that was his friend's friend, then when she posted a picture, he liked her and he wanted to see if he can conquer that. So when he met her, even though the friend was like, no, I don't think she's for you because you're a playboy. So her friend, she already knew about her friend. So she's like, no, you're a playboy, you're gonna play my friend. But he ended up pursuing the friend anyways, but the friend, who was always in relationships, never gave him a chance. And he took that as, how could you not give me a chance, right? Because everything that happened led to that first meeting of them. So even though she never gave him a chance because she's always in a relationship and she didn't want to cheat on her partners, which I applaud her for, but he saw it as, you didn't give me a chance. You basically, gave me scraps, right? So then she would still mess with him whenever she's on break from her relationships. And because of that, she basically opened the door for him to benefit from that relationship more than she does. So he was able to benefit from it and still not have to deal with commitment. Even though at the end, she really wanted commitment, but it started off just sex-based. So therefore, he was okay with that. It was like an easy way out. And when they started dating, he would keep his phone on silent while they're together, but this one time when she finally inserted a phone in front of him, he couldn't take it. Because what is the point of you having to put your phone on silence when you're with someone? And I get it, for respect and all that. But if you're just waiting for a phone call from your mom or your dad or whoever, you don't have a bunch of girls messaging you, you don't need to put your phone on silence. To me, it's like you're hiding something. Even though, I've had my phone on Do Not Disturb for like 5 years now. But it's because, like, I don't want people bothering me unless it's important. And if I know I'm expecting an important phone call, I'm not putting my phone on silence. I'm taking it away from I'm taking the do not disturbs off because I'm waiting for an important phone call. In my opinion, if you have your phone like on silent all the time, you're hiding something, especially like if you're with me and da-da-da, you know, unless like, you know, if you're getting a phone call from your mom, you could simply just slow it down if you don't want to answer the call right now. If you're with someone, like, it's a respect thing. But as soon as she did it to him, he could not take it. That's why I tell you about men. They usually cannot take what they dish out. So he did it to her. In my opinion, because they were only sexual based, he was looking for a way out because she probably now is wanting a commitment or to be in a relationship. And I'm assuming because he was already getting the milk, he didn't want to buy the cow. So therefore, he was already checked out. But because she pulled out the phone and answered the phone, this is his perfect excuse. Maybe they had already did the do for the evening and he wanted to leave. Maybe his main girl was calling, right? Somebody that he actually really wants. Because at this point, you are no longer this thing that he can chase anymore, even though you're still beautiful, but you don't give him the chase anymore. Like, he has nothing to conquer anymore, right? So then, all right, that ended. They came back again, had sex one last time. She found out she's pregnant. Now she's keeping the baby. This man is okay with you keeping the baby. You want to keep the baby, that's fine. He wants a child, but he do not want you. That is the reason why, even while you're pregnant, he didn't want to help you with anything. Because God forbid, he know that you are not going to hurt yourself by doing the dishes, you know, letting go of yourself, not looking like you used to look when he first found you to be beautiful. So therefore, to him, you've done let go of yourself. Even though you're pregnant, you should be getting the help from him, but he's not helping you because he really don't want to be there. He really don't like you like that. He just want you to have his child. So therefore, you cleaning the house, you looking rough, it's not a big deal to him because he has other people he's entertaining outside. And besides, you didn't have to get pregnant. Y'all were in a relationship. So I don't think he feel like he owe you anything, in my opinion. In my opinion. This is all in my opinion. He don't feel like he owe you anything. And plus, he treats you the way that he does because he want you to feel so low. Because now he has you. He want you to feel so low. He want you to feel like he has you. And he no longer have to do all these extra things that he had to do in order to get you. Because he already have you in one. And plus he has you with a child. So therefore you're going to be depending on him for a long time. Not for yourself, but for your child that he helped you create it. So therefore you're going to need him. So that is the reason why he don't treat you with the respect that you deserve. Because one, he's already resenting you for not giving him the proper chance when he wanted you. Because at the end of the day, it was the chase that got him excited, not necessarily you. Even though you were beautiful, probably have a nice body, but now you're not so beautiful to him anymore because now you're carrying his kids, you know, you're looking rough, you don't have the time to take care of yourself anymore. And not saying that that's the case, but that's how he see it. As a man, not me, but I don't look like a man. Not even with makeup, and I don't look like a man. But what I'm saying is, as a man and as someone who has brothers, you know, I have seen this many of times. And that is the reason why me carrying a baby for you, you need to be worth it. I don't care who you are. I don't care how amazing you think you are, how amazing you think your money is, how amazing you think your penis is. If your penis is that amazing, I don't want it. I don't want to be stuck with something where I cannot make sound decisions because I'm so stigmatized. I don't need that in my life. Because at the end of the day, she did not have to have that kid. Maybe she wanted it because she wanted a child. And she don't care that he's treating her like that. But in his mind, she could have gotten rid of it and move on with her life. They were in a relationship, so he don't owe her anything. Yes, they come together and had this baby, but he actually don't owe her anything other than, you know, just to be there for his son. And I hope he is there for his son. But there are many of men who do this on a regular basis, and they still find girls to give them children, to open their front up to them. So therefore, you know, this conversation is going to continue to be had because people haven't decided to put their feet down and make men actually work for this. Because at the end of the day, they're going to work for it. They will work for it. If they really want it, they will work for it. They'll put forth all the work, even if they have to pretend to be somebody else. In the meantime, to get it, they'll work for it. Just know that. but the problem is it usually comes after you have the kids. So anyways, that's my take on it, guys. I hope to talk to you guys later. Bye. See you in the next video. Hey guys, I'm Jenny and this is Shameless Plug. So I want to tell you guys about my Crown of Success manifestation book with easy, simple rituals and spells to manifest a life of abundance in your life. And those spells are so easy, even a child can do it. So this book is filled with different spells that I've learned over the years from my family, passed down from grandma and everything. And also those are spells that I've actually tried and I know that they work. So this book not only teaches you step by step on the things that you can do that are so easy that a child can do it, but it tells you like the proper moon phase to use, alchemy, manifesting with numbers, numerology, and also the days of the week that best fit for this particular spell. So it tells you the timing of when to practice the spell, the days of the week, the moon phase. It shows you all the colors of the candles that you should be using and different planets. So for example, I show you like planet Jupiter is for Thursdays and the hours of the days that you should be doing the spell. So this is an easy road opener spell. So I know a lot of people like to do like different spell work, but if your roads are blocked, of course your spells are not going to work. So it's good to unblock yourself first and then start using the spell, especially with the new years and the new days to come. And also I have some amazing spells in here. This is a powerful quick money spell. So if you're in a bind for some money and you're just trying to get some money, and I even have some easy powerful spell to win game of chance. So if you are a gambler, now I don't promote gambling, but if you are a gambler and you're just trying to make some money and trying to make sure you win, these spells will definitely help you. It tells you the best days to do it. So it says the best days to perform this spell is on a Thursday, Jupiter day. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, luck, and expansion. Jupiter is the best day to perform spells that boost luck and increase your chance of success in any game of chance or any money spell, period. It has a list of so many spells that you can incorporate in your life with this new year to bring prosperity. And I even put some bonus spells on here, which for Saturday is a day to do like protection work. So I have a spell for like send back to senders. So I put some bonus spells on here, and then a protection with Archangel Michael. So there's so many spells on here. Removing the evil eye spell, so you can remove evil eye in your money and also in your everyday life. New Year home blessing spell, and I know it's been a few days since the new year started, but you can always do a home blessing spell any days of the week. As long as you need it, you could do it. So anyways, guys, this is my book. It's called Crown of Success by Jenny, and it's available on Amazon, the ebook and also the physical copying. So please grab a copy if you're interested in supporting this channel. This is a way to support the channel and to support me as well for putting out, content every day for you guys to enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book, and I hope you go and grab your copy, whether it's the ebook or the physical copy. I say have a physical copy, but it's really up to how much your wallet and what you can afford. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah. This is a shameless plug, so just check out my channel. Okay, love you guys. Mwah.